Okay, welcome back everybody. Happy Wednesday. So you might notice I'm not on the chat cam that I normally am on. Hopefully our simplified single cam, single mic situation might help with some of the streaming issues we've been having the last couple weeks. So please do let me know early and often if we end up running into any tech issues, because we want to be able to fix those so that you have the most pleasant dance learning experience possible. If you guys are new, welcome. I'm Samantha. I'm the owner of Love.Live.Dance in Salt Lake City. And today for our Wedding Wednesday stream, we are going to be talking about bachata. I use the term bachata very loosely in this wedding context because if you are a member of the bachata community, it's not getting as complicated as it normally is at one of the Latin night socials. We're going to keep it very easy, very stripped down. You're going to see a lot of similar elements that we've had in our previous wedding streams. We're going to have a call back to an underarm turn. We're going to use a sweetheart cuddle with a slightly different entrance and a different exit. And then we're going to be playing around with some spin and some just general picture pose moments. So if this is the only dance that you learn for your entire life, I think this is a good place to start when it comes to surviving most of your social dance and wedding dance experience outside of the ballroom context. So hopefully everyone is doing well. Hopefully we can hear me and we can see me, and so far so good. And without further ado, we'll jump into it. So, the basic is going to be the same for the lead and the follow, just like it's been in previous weeks with our wedding waltz and our nightclub two-step. If you've done previous dances, specifically the cha-cha or the canter rhythm from the wedding waltz series, this is going to feel very familiar, although we are going to be counting it very differently. So lead or follow, whomever you are, we're going to start with our left foot. We're going to take a side step to the left, close the feet, and then take another side step to our left, and then tap. Then we're going to go back and do the same thing on the right. So we're going to go to the side with our right, close our feet, right, tap. So if you did our cha-cha-cha from a couple Fridays ago, you're going to go the same 4 and 1, and then we're going to add a tap to it. We're just going to count it slightly differently. If you're doing the wedding waltz canters with us, 1, 3, 1, we're just going to count it differently and add a tap. So for today, we're going to count it in sets of 4. So hello, kitty. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, tap, 4, back, 5, 6, 7, tap, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, tap, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It could not be easier this week. The basic is very, very simple. Now, if you want, because this is a Latin dance, if you want to add some of that Latin flair to it, we can talk about rib isolation and hip movement, and you can get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or because it's a wedding dance, we can keep it nice and elegant and simple and just keep it very flat and very easy and not worry about any of the hip movement or the upper body movement. Just keep it nice and closed. Any questions from the peanut gallery?
Nope.
All right, well then I'm gonna have you come on in and we're gonna try this. So I'm gonna bring in my husband, Matt. We're gonna try and put this together. So I'm gonna have us start off in the same beach ball frame that we used in our wedding waltz and our nightclub lessons. And then I'm going to very quickly change it because, again, this is for more of that simple, quiet moment that you just want to have as a couple rather than as a showpiece for the audience. And I'll kind of get into the difference of those two feels and those two stylings here in a moment. But we'll start off with the beach ball since that's what we know. So I'm going to have my leads create a beach ball. They're going to lift their left hand. There we go. And then follows, we're just going to step into the space that they created. Left hand goes on the bicep, his hand is on my shoulder, and we've got our hand closed here. Now we're going to take about 4 steps back towards the middle of the floor, so that way we've got somewhere to go. Mm-hmm. All right. I'm still offset. He's still offset. You're starting with your left foot as the lead.
Okay.
I'm starting with my right foot. So follows, we're starting on the second half of this basic. And we have 1, 2, 3, tap, 4, back, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, tap, 4, back, 5, 6, 7. One more on the 1, 2, 3, tap, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8.
You know, I don't want to get arrogant or anything. That seems pretty easy.
Incredibly easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go deal with the cat before he knocks everything off? So today it's going to feel much easier and much more simple than the dances that we've done previously with the wedding waltz and the nightclub two-step, and that's for a reason. Wedding waltz, I wanted to start off with that because the music is what most couples are picking right now. So when you look down the list of the songs that I mentioned and the songs that I put out on social media, when it relates to wedding waltz, those are like the top 20 songs that are currently getting picked for people's first dances or father-daughter dances or mother-son dances. Nightclub two-step is a good alternative, and again with a lot of the like Leon Bridges R&B type music that's getting picked now for those special dances, nightclub two-step is a good alternative to have and to understand. Bachata, in my mind, is like the filler. So if I have a couple that comes in and says, I don't want to look like I took dance lessons, but I'm going to take dance lessons with you for the next 5 weeks because I want it to be polished and I want to be comfortable, and I want something that's a little bit more interesting than that hug and shuffle, this is a really good choice for that couple. So from a footwork perspective, it's going to feel very simple, and we really are creating a simple basic with this so that we can have more of those spins and twirls and picture moments that you want as a couple without having to add on the complication of learning to dance properly. You are learning to dance properly. We're just doing it in a very simplified manner. Okay. Yeah. So that's our basic. It's just 3 to the side, tap, 3 to the side, and tap. Now, along with that, for those of you that are watching this from well, maybe we'll use this for our first dance perspective. That balloon or that beach ball frame, that ballroom frame, can sometimes feel overly formal. It can feel overly regimented or overly rigid. Sorry, we have a cat that's getting into all sorts of trouble at the moment. He wants to make his presence known. So we can actually change this to be a little bit in a closer hold and a little bit of a softer hold. So I'm going to have Matt come over. Okay. Yeah. So instead of the beach ball, my hand is actually going to go, let me see if I can find a good place to kind of put this. Actually, we'll just turn it this way. My hand is actually going to go so that it's resting on his shoulder. And that can either be forward, or as a bride, I tend to style it backwards so that you're showing the ring off from those back photos. So you can either have it over or you can have it forward, depending on where you want it. Your hand can go more towards the middle of my back, almost around my waist even. So nice little huggy shuffle. We're much closer. I could rest my head on his if I wanted. And then over here, we're just gonna hold hands in that similar beach ball hold, but we're just gonna drop it a little bit more like waist height. So it's gonna take all the frame and the structure out of the dance, but if you want something that's, again, more intimate, more soft, more romantic feeling, this is a really good option. So we're gonna just do that same basic, and then we're gonna give this some turns. So same thing, we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, one more on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice and easy, right?
It's pretty easy. Pretty easy.
So let's get into a pattern that we already know from both of our previous dance styles, and that's the underarm turn.
Okay.
So in this, I'm going to be turning out first, and then I'm going to be turning in second. So not like a out and come back in our swing. I'm actually going to separate it out. So I'm doing two separate turns, and you as the couple can decide which one or both if you like. So your footwork is going to stay exactly the same.
It normally does.
And we're going to keep it in this nice like closed hold.
Okay.
We're going to do one full basic, When you get back to start your second basic, you're going to lift your left hand like you're used to.
Okay.
All right? And we have 5, 6, 7, 1 in basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Lift the hand. I'm going to turn 1, 2, 3, 4, and then come back 6, 7, 8. So let me do that one more time. It's just going to be a 3-step turn out for the follows. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, tap, and then come back 6, 7, 8. So if we do that one more time, full basic to start. 5, 6, 7. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah.
Okay. I assume I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing?
You are doing exactly what you're supposed to be doing.
There's not a lot of complexity to it.
No. So far, so good. We can also do that on the second half of the basic. We can either link the two together, or I'm actually going to show them as completely separate entities. So this time, full basic, do a half, and then I want you to check your watch as you're coming back to your right.
Okay.
Yes, and if you followed us from the beginning, that check the watch lead is essentially the lead just flipping their hand and sending their fingertips to their right.
All right.
Okay? And we have 5, 6, 7, full basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, back. 5, 6, 7, 8, half. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah, not too complicated.
No.
So let's go ahead and put that into a combination. We'll do it with counts first and then with music. So we'll do 1 basic, underarm turn to the left, basic and a half, underarm turn to the right.
Okay.
Basic, turn left, turn immediately right.
Okay.
So we're gonna do 1 set left, just on its own, 1 set right, just on its own, and then 1 set with both of them back to back.
Okay. I won't promise that those are going to happen at the right times, but I think I can
You can make it
get
work.
the gist down.
All right, and 5, 6, 5, 6. Ready? Here we go on the 1, 2, 3, 4, back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half. 1, 2, 3. Flip the hand. 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, we're doing them back to back and left. 2, 3, 4, turn right. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, very nice.
There's not much to do.
No, it's fairly easy at this point.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and try that with music.
Okay.
And then we'll make it a little bit more complicated. And as I come over to set up music, let me know if you have any questions or if we need any clarifications. I think if you've been following us thus far, so far it should be pretty straightforward and easy, but
Even if you haven't been following, I think that's pretty easy.
hopefully.
Is this going to be faster than what we just did? No? Okay.
Maybe a little bit. 5, 6, 5, 6. Ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half. 1, 2, 3. Flip the hand. 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. Nice! You're so bored with this.
Yeah, there's not a lot to this.
No.
Maybe that's for the best because I can't get myself in trouble, but it's pretty boring on my end.
Well, okay, so let's talk about this. So I work with clients all the time that come in that are nervous about the idea of performing in front of people because I think, especially in the last 10 to 15 years, we've created as a community, as a culture, this idea that if your first dance isn't viral video worthy, if it's not a performance, if it's not a show for your audience, then it's not worth doing or even trying. And I think that's a really dangerous mindset to get into, especially
it's an
for
expensive
weddings.
mindset to get into.
It's a very expensive mindset to get into, especially when you're dealing with weddings. Like, full disclosure for those of you that are tuning in and maybe don't know much about us, professional dancer. If anyone has, expectations about what their dance is supposed to look like, it's someone in my field that is not a professional dancer.
No, I think these streams have made that pretty clear.
Yeah. So, you're doing really well. You're coming along really well.
That's what you tell me.
For our wedding, we knew that a first dance was going to be part of it. We knew that our parent dances were going to be part of it. And I think to make sure that we actually got to the point where we still wanted to be married to each other at the end of it, we also knew that it couldn't be like this Dancing with the Stars spectacular.
No.
So our wedding routine was very simple. It was also very short. I think we cut the song that we ended up using down to like a minute 15, a minute 20 maybe.
Very little to do with it, so I'm not sure.
It was very, very little. So I went in with the mindset of this needs to be a quiet moment for the two of us. And if I can make it look good, great. But I also want to make sure that Matt is comfortable when he's dancing. I have a lot of couples that come in and they're like, you know what, the day is going to be crazy and chaotic. I don't want to be stressing out about a 3-minute piece of choreography. Give me something simple. And that's why this is such a great option, because you can change the focus to performing out for your guests and instead make it about a minute and a half on your wedding day where no one is going to bother you. No one's going to come over and ask about table settings. No one's going to come over and take a photo with you. You are not going to be asked to do anything other than to be with the person that you just said vows to for that minute and a half. I think Amanda and I talked about that a little bit on our podcast on Monday about the difference between first dance as a performance and first dance as just a quiet moment. So that's why today is going to feel a little bit more simple. It's going to feel a little bit more easy because it really is meant to fill that void of, I don't want to stress out about taking dance lessons, but I also want to do a little bit of something in preparation for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's get into the Sweetheart Cuddle. So the Sweetheart Cuddle, for those of you that have been with us in the past, we have looked at it in our wedding waltz. We also looked at it in our Friday night East Coast swing class. So if you've been around, this should look fairly familiar to you. If this is your first time tuning in, we're going to break it down super simple so you can follow along. So the idea behind the Sweetheart Cuddle in a wedding context is it's all about the photo. It's all about a cute cuddly moment for you two as a couple. Takes a moment to breathe, and then it gives this really great opportunity if you are a bride that is wearing a dress to have this kind of spin out flare moment after it as well. So I'm going to go through the leads footwork first, and then I'll come back to the follows footwork. So we are going to do half of a basic. I'm not going to make you do a full basic lead into this. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, similar to how we do it in our wedding waltz. As I come back for 5, 6, 7, 8, I'm going to drop my hand and create some space between myself and my partner into a 2-hand hold. So I got 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
So I'm in my 2-hand hold. I'm going to march in place, or I can just keep my feet completely still for 4 counts as I flip my hand. So I'm doing that check the watch lead, flipping the hand so the fingers are turning to the right, and I'm going to create space in my right side because I want my partner to end up diagonally in front of me.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to go ever so slightly to my left as I frisbee my partner out to the right. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah? So
we'll find out.
We'll try that together. So from half a basic, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, out, 5, 6, 7, 8, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And remember that last one we're letting go with our left hand and we're frisbeeing out to the right.
Okay.
And it might feel very silly right now as you're going through this on your own. Mm-hmm. It'll make sense with a partner. So for my follows, we're going to be doing the same footwork for the first 8 counts. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Our partner's pushing us away for 5, 6, 7, 8. My right hand is going to come in front of my face, so I'm going to turn to my left as I walk forward for 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to tap that foot so that my right foot is free as I roll out for 5, 6, 7, 8. So one more time as my follows. We have a full basic. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's pushing away on the second half. 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to walk in. 1, 2, 3, tap 4. Spin out to my right. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
We'll try it together.
Yeah.
Let me know in the comments if you have any questions or if you want to just harass Matt for being such a sour puss over the fact that I made this all easy on him today.
Not sour. Makes it easy. I'm okay with that.
There you go. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're gonna have to start a little bit farther that way because I think the camera cuts off right around here.
Okay.
So let's try that one more time.
I assume I'm doing what I'm supposed to be?
Yep.
All right.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Curling 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Very nice. Now again, you can change and adapt those counts. If you want to spend more time in that cuddle picture with your partner, you can. If you need more time to let the dress finish moving out here, you absolutely can. So from here, I'm going to have Matt reach out with his left hand towards me. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to reach out with my right hand towards him, and we're going to pass each other. So we're going to switch sides. So he's going to walk towards me with his right foot. I'm walking towards him with my left foot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we'll do that a couple more times.
Am I supposed to be moving a little bit faster than that, I guess?
You're going to be turning a little bit faster.
Okay.
So we want to be passing each other on count 2 and be completely forward towards the photographer and the videographer on count 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Very nice. Then you're going to lift that right hand. I'm going to turn underneath for 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
And then we can come back to where we started.
There's a lot of stuff going on there.
It's a little bit of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So even with my couples that are like, keep it simple, I still want to have those highlight moments. So you have the dress spin and you have kind of a little bit of showiness, but it's still super easy from a footwork perspective.
Is there anything I should be doing for this this marching in place thing? Because nothing feels quite as silly to me as marching in place.
Yeah, so I think part of the issue is you're trying to pick up your knee and pick up your foot. So you're kind of like doing like a toy soldier march. It's a little bit overblown. Think more just weight shift. So I'm shifting my weight to my left, I'm shifting my weight to my right, I'm shifting my weight to my left, my right. In fact, and I don't know how well it's going to translate on camera because of course I'm wearing black on black, I just lift the heel of my foot. So I'm keeping the ball of my foot pretty glued to the ground and I'm just picking up the heel of my foot.
Okay. I still feel like I should be doing something else. Jazz hands?
If you want.
I don't want. I just, I don't know. It feels, I almost feel like I'd rather be doing nothing than
And that's an option.
marching in place.
That's a perfectly valid option, is just to keep the feet in place.
Yeah.
As long as you keep counting in your head. That's the tricky thing. That's why I, personally, as a dance instructor, I would prefer for you to march in place because then I know you're keeping that consistent beat.
Mm-hmm.
But again, if you're looking for more of a lyrical cue, you can just hold in place until that lyric comes and then spin your partner out. So,
or you just have someone counting in your ear the entire time.
Or if you just have someone counting in your ear the entire time, that works as well. Yeah, let's try the whole thing together so that sweetheart cuddle
Very slowly,
all the way through. Yep, and we're going to take like 4 steps this way. Perfect. All right, we have 5, 6, 5, 6. Ready, here we go on the 1, 2, 3, push away. 5, 6, 7, lift the hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, frisbee. 5, 6, 7, 8, switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8.
All right, yeah, I was moving a little slow. Sorry.
It's all right. That's okay.
Okay.
And again, if you find that you're wearing a big poofy princess dress and you need more time, all of those 4s can switch to 8 counts. Or if you need someone that, or if you're dancing with someone that needs a little bit more time, you can switch those 4s to 8 counts as well.
I don't need more time. I just, I don't know what I'm doing.
More time. Yeah. 5, 6, 7. Here we go on the 1, 2, 3. Push away. 5, 6, 7. Sweetheart. 1, 2, 3, 4. Frisbee. 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8.
That was late again.
Okay.
I don't think I'm spinning in an efficient manner. I think that might be the problem.
On the swap?
Yeah, because I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing, so I really just walk in that direction and then turn.
Okay. So we're gonna break this down super slow. So
Yeah.
take your first step towards me with your inside foot.
Okay, well that's probably part of the problem.
Good. Pass me. Yeah. So on your second step,
Uh-huh.
I want you to be like quarter turned already.
Oh, like this way? Okay.
Hold on. So you're stepping 1,
Uh-huh.
and we're facing 3 o'clock.
Gotcha.
2 is 6 o'clock. 3 is 12 o'clock. 4 is a hold.
I still have more steps to do, and I'm not sure how. Let's do that again.
1,
Yeah?
2, 3, 4.
Well, that's how it worked. I don't know what's wrong.
You want to do that one more time?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I think part of it is that I tried to start on my left foot.
Yeah, if you are the lead, this is one of the rare times where you want to start on the right.
Okay.
So you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay.
Yeah, and you can either do like a point, which is gonna feel more like classic ballroom, or you can do a tap in, which is gonna feel a little bit more Latin.
Okay.
Either styling works. So let's
Okay.
try it from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Am I supposed to be doing something on those counts?
I would probably do like a 1, 2, 3, 4, like a little shuffle step to the side, just so your partner doesn't have to spin all the way into you.
Okay.
So just from here, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that's a little bit more smooth.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
The other thing that I will say, if you are a gentleman that's wearing like a Middle Eastern tunic and you don't have any arm lift ability, you can turn this into a free spin. So Matt can give me like a little quick snap of the wrist and let go, and I can end up all the way back in front of him if his toe's not in my way when I turn it.
Yeah.
Try that one again. We'll work on that a little bit at home. Because that's a lead issue, that's not a...
It usually is when we do this.
Think more like snapping a towel.
Okay.
Or snapping a whip. It's a quick and then a hand release.
Okay.
We'll play with it a little bit.
Not important right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and try this with music.
Okay.
We'll try just the sweetheart section and then we'll put it with the other turns as well.
Okay.
If you have any questions or you need any clarifications, let me know in the chat, or if we've got any sound issues, because I'm of course very nervous about all of that at this point.
Maybe worst case scenario, we've been talking to ourselves for the last 30 minutes.
Definitely a possibility.
It's a good date night.
There you go.
All of this royalty-free music sounds very, very similar to non-royalty-free music, doesn't it?
It does. We're going to take 2 steps this way. 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 8. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna do one more basic and then we're gonna reset. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Here we go. On the 1, 2, 3. Push away. 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Frisbee. 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2.
Lucky visit that either of us, right? We need an instant replay for this where we just put it up on the television and you can critique all the things I've done wrong.
Okay, so once we get the mic working, the camera working, the upload speed working so we don't have dropped frames,
Yeah, it's to the list.
the music system that actually works, then we can have the instant replay where I can be like, did you do it correct?
I'll save you the trouble. I did not do it correctly.
I think it's the switch. And if those of you at home are having issues with the switch, get rid of it. Take it back to the exit that we used for our wedding waltz, which was just, she spins out, and then she comes back in, and you start all over again. So again, simplify it. If this is freaking you out because you're like, this is way too big, or I can't get around my partner, I can just take it from the frisbee out if I can steal you.
Oh, yeah.
He can stay in place or he can come towards me just nice and flat for 4, and I can just meet back up with him. 5.
No, I'm still turning.
You're still turning.
I'm gonna figure this out. That's what
Okay,
I'm...
well let me demonstrate the simplified version just real quick. I need your body though.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was elsewhere.
So you're just gonna slightly come towards me, just nice and flat, like the second half of a basic.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna come and meet you halfway.
Still leading with my right foot?
Still leading with your right foot.
Okay.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
And then we can start all over again. So that's a very simple, quick, and easy modification. If you are running into the turn situation that Matt is, and it's frustrating more than it's challenging. I'm okay with challenging students. I'm not okay with frustrating students. So if this is frustration for you, you can always simplify it to make it easier. Okay, so for any of my competition students or my social dance students in the chat, you are going to hopefully appreciate the feedback that I'm about to give Matt, because you probably heard it a lot in the last couple weeks. I want you to use your standing leg
I don't know what
to
that
turn.
means. I stand on both my legs.
So as I'm taking a step, when I put my weight on that foot,
Okay.
then turn the foot.
Like that?
Close. What you're doing right now, and it's something that I see all the time with students. You're taking the step, and then you're leaving that foot planted
Yes.
as you take the step. So now my back ankle is facing one direction, and my forward ankle is facing another.
But
That's probably going to lock up your hips eventually. So think more like put the weight on the foot, turn it, then take your step.
Wait.
Turn it.
So when I take
then
this
take your step.
first right step, am I taking it like this?
Yes.
Or am I taking it like this and then spinning?
You can prep yourself.
Well, I would like to prep myself as much as I possibly can.
Okay, so turn your foot out. Wait.
No.
Before you take that step. So take your first step and pause.
Pause.
Good. Now,
Oop.
put your weight on that foot, 100%, and I want you to just swivel your ankle before you take your left foot.
What now?
I want you to watch.
Okay.
Just for a second.
I can't watch if I'm
I
standing.
know.
Okay.
Watch without doing. So what you're doing right now is you're here,
Yes.
and then you're here.
Yes.
What I want you to do is here, here, then there.
Okay.
So I'm using my standing foot to create the rotation, and then I'm taking a step, rather than partially rotating and stepping with the foot not completely rotated.
Okay. So I'm stepping, spinning.
There you go.
Stepping.
Do it again.
Spinning.
Yes.
Okay.
That is much more the correct
Is it?
mechanical aspect.
Feels...
We need to make it more elegant. We need to smooth it out. But that's the correct
It's my
action.
middle name.
There you go. Yes.
No. Okay. That's...
From the beginning.
Yeah, let's do it from the beginning if we can.
5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sweetheart, 1, 2, 3, 4. Frisbee 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch 1, 2, 3, 4. Better 5,
What was it?
6, 7, 8.
I don't care about the rest of it. I really just wanted to get that piece.
It was slightly off balance, but that was much better.
Yeah, it was very off balance. I'll take it though.
There you go.
Right.
Did we have questions in the chat?
Nope, someone was just saying that the quality looks great.
Hey, awesome. Thank you. Do we want to try to put this all together, or do we want to talk about rotation in this basic? Because we have not talked about rotation yet.
I am the clay, you were the potter. You tell me what you want to do.
Well, then let's talk about rotation, because something that I see, again, more often than not from couples that don't take wedding lessons prior to their wedding. Nothing wrong with that, but just from a dance instructor's viewpoint, if the bride has a train, what I tend to see more often than not is we get into the 13-year-old shuffle because we're nervous about dancing, and we're doing our little 13-year-old shuffle, and the train is curling around the groom's feet, and we're going to keep turning.
I've seen that wedding.
And by the end of this, he's completely tied. And then we don't know how to get out of it without the bride ripping down and furiously flurrying her dress out.
Furiously flinging?
Furiously flinging her dress away. So to avoid that, we want to be turning both to the left and to the right for short periods of time in a way that keeps the dress behind us in a perfect world without curling around our partner's feet. So we're going to take that 3-point turn concept from our wedding waltz and from our nightclub two-step and just apply our bachata basic to it. So we're going to take 4 steps, curving to your left with your left, and I'm going to my right.
All of the stuff goes to my left. What do you mean curving to my left?
Well, the basic goes to the left.
Yes.
And then to the right.
Yeah.
So we're going to curve to the left.
So we're curving clockwise.
Counterclockwise.
Yes. Yeah, that's the direction of it.
We're going to start turning counterclockwise, and then I'm going to show you how you can turn it clockwise.
Do I start turning on the left, or do I start turning on the right?
Let's start turning on the left.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thought maybe there was a system there.
It's one or the other, not both.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
All right.
5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're just going to level off from this plane. So then from here, we're just going to side, together, side, tap, then we're going to turn again. 1, 2, 3, 4, level, 5, 6, 7, 8, turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, level, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes. Okay. Now, as we're doing this, we're very casual on the left side. So just for us, just to kind of break me of the ballroom habit, because I can feel myself wanting to straighten out that arm, and I want to keep it super casual today. I'm just going to place my hand on your chest.
Okay.
So.
What the hell do I do then?
Just hold the hand.
Oh.
Yeah. Nice and easy. Again, we're being super cuddly tonight.
It's how you get a Twitch strike.
It's been 5 weeks. We need a date night. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Back 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4. Back 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Yay!
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to be doing with this tapped foot on the 4? Like, I feel like, am I tapping down? Am I tapping in? Is there a weight transfer?
There's not a weight transfer, that's why it's a tap.
Okay.
So that's a good clarification to make. I normally just bring it in and just like, the hint is in the name, I just tap my foot. You could have it more out, so you could go 1, 2, 3 and leave it. If you wanted to style it more East Coast bachata, you would do a hip lift. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. So you do a hip up and down. If you want to treat it more like California West Coast, then you wouldn't have that. And I've seen a lot of like street variation where you do a heel. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and treat it more like a crosswalk.
Let's not do that one.
Yeah. The easiest one, I think the most user-friendly, I think the most wedding-friendly, is just a simple tap. So I'm just taking the ball of my foot
Sure.
and placing it without changing my weight.
So when you say tap, you're talking about a tap on the ground, not a tap to your other foot.
Yeah, I'm not doing like the Irish kick.
No, I think when I was bringing mine together, I was thinking more of a
closing action?
I don't know, whatever. I'm certainly closing my feet as part of this action. And then I was just going back out. I don't even know if I was actually touching my foot to the ground.
Yeah, no, I would much more prefer that the tap happens to the ground and not to your standing foot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Noted.
And again, this can be a little bit more casual, so whatever you would like to do, as long as you don't put your weight on that foot, you'll be fine.
Sure. This reminds me of a conversation I had today about acronyms, where, you know, it's fine to have an acronym and then think you can pronounce it, but if you pronounce it wrong, it doesn't matter how casual you are, you just seem silly.
Yeah.
And I don't want to seem silly even if I'm being casual. Does that make sense?
It does, and I think that's a valid point. So for me personally then, I would say I want you to bring your feet 90% but not completely closed. Have the weight of the tapped foot on your big toe and your second toe, and just kiss the ground with it. So that way you're ready to go back on that same foot going the other direction.
Yeah. Oh, aggressively tap to the floor.
Alright.
Alright, what are we doing now?
Let's put the whole thing together, because I'm not sure how we are on time. Oh yeah, we're 40 minutes in. Let's put everything that we've done so far together.
Okay.
And then I'll give like one more tip, trick, pattern variation before we're done for today. So let's do a basic.
Okay.
Turn to the left. Basic and a half. Turn to the right. Basic. Turn to the left. Turn to the right.
Okay.
Basic.
Okay.
Sweetheart kettle.
Okay.
And then we'll do like 4 with rotation.
Okay.
You got all that?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Here we go. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Half. 1, 2, 3 to the right. 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, put it together, left, 2, 3, 4, and right, 2, 3, 4, basic, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, push away, 5, 6, 7, sweetheart, 1, 2, 3, 4, spin, 6, 7, 8, switch, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, turn, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we're turning, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got there. 5, 6, 7, 8.
I'll let you in on a secret.
Yeah.
I think I messed up that sweetheart cuddle.
Oh, I know you messed up the sweetheart cuddle. But you kept moving, and that's the important thing.
I did. I moved through it because, well, I mean, it wasn't the first time I messed up that particular stuff. So
yeah, and that's
saw it coming.
And that's the one thing that I will tell leads. Like, that is a moment specifically for you to follow the dress. More often than not, if you're in a very traditional couple and you have a groom and a bride, and the bride is wearing a long gown, the focus is not going to be on the groom in that moment. It's going to be on the twirly pretty thing. So cut yourself some slack. I still want you to get it right, because the more confident you are that you are doing it correctly, the more confident it's going to look.
Sure.
And the more comfortable you'll be on the day. But again, don't stress too much about not getting it right off the bat. That was very nice.
If only that had been 2 minutes ago.
Well, we'll do it again, this time to music. How about that?
I'll mess it up again.
Oh, no. Confidence, darling, confidence. Let me see if I can find something less clubby. There we go. Soft, lovely, romantic R&B. This will work. 5, 6, 5, 6, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Half 1, 2, 3. Right. Turn on the 5, 6, 7, 8. Basic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Left 1, 2, 3, and right. 5, 6, 7. Basic 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sweetheart. 3. Push away. 5, 6, 7. Cuddle. 1, 2, 3. Frisbee. 5, 6, 7, 8. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Not bad.
I'm not convinced the problem anymore is actually in the turn. I think it might be the part leading up to the turn. I feel like I'm like a half step or a step behind for most of that.
Okay. So from
No, before that even, I think. Let's. So we're coming this way.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay. Now I feel like I'm supposed to do something with my right next, but I'm supposed to be moving to the left.
Yeah, so tap your left foot there.
My right foot, you mean?
No, your left.
I
Because you
just
went your
moved
weight.
my left.
I know, you went. So don't take
Oh.
that step with your left. Make it a tap step.
I smell what you're cooking there.
You gonna try it again?
Yeah.
So just in case other people are having the same epiphany moment, Nat was marching in place 1, 2, 3, 4, and fully weighting his left foot, and then trying to move on his left foot. If you get into that situation, you want to make sure that that 4 is actually a tap.
Yes.
And follows, we have the same thing. Depending on which foot we start walking towards our partner with, we're either going to have a tap before that frisbee or we're going to have a fully weighted step. So if I start with my left foot when I'm coming in, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to have to tap on 4, so that way as I turn, my right foot is free. If I start with my right foot, 1, 2, 3, 4, I want to fully weight my left foot, so that way my right foot is free so I can turn. So because we've got these 4 counts that are kind of in a weird spot, you are either weighting or tapping depending on which foot you start with.
Yeah, and I think that was the problem. I got to 4 here. Now I'm expecting to move with my right, but I can't.
But you can't.
So then I was just, wasting a step or a count or whatever.
Yes.
And now I'm over here, and now I'm also a step behind, which doubles my problem.
Yeah, so my recommendation...
And that's probably why I kept trying to lead with my left foot.
With your left
too.
foot, yeah. So my recommendation for leads in this case would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tap on 8, and then do 4 fully marching. So go left, right, left, right. So that way your weight is open on your left. Follows, I want you to do the opposite. So for my follows, we're coming backwards on our left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Go ahead and weight that foot and walk in starting on your left. 1, 2, 3, tap, 4, out, 5.
Wait, so now we're a different thing than what I was changing.
No, you're still doing the same thing. 7, 8, 1.
Okay,
Yes.
but that is different though, because what I was going to do was tap 1, 8, and then move with that same foot.
But you would have been starting on the other foot.
What if I tap?
No, you would have been starting on the other foot to go into that.
Oh.
In order to tap on 8, you would have been starting on your right, which would not be a normal thing for you to do.
Okay. I don't know. I'll do what you tell me to do.
Let's go through this pattern.
All right. Let's see if I can, fix it.
Okay. 5, 6, 7. Here we go. On the 1, 2, 3. Push away. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8.
That feels better. I assume it looks better. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And you might have noticed that the last couple run-throughs, I'm not spinning to come back into frame. I'm just walking. That's another option. So if you're a follow and you're like, I've done enough spinning for one night, you can choose to just walk in instead of do the extra spin at the end.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Any questions on anything that you've done?
No, I think I had exactly one big issue with all of this, and I think it was that piece. And hopefully that made it a little bit cleaner. So I don't know that I have any other questions.
Excellent. Excellent. Do we want to do like one more something or other?
It's up to you.
Okay. So this is for folks that are using a song that is in the rock and roll or swing era. But again, you don't want to do the complicated footwork of nightclub two-step or swing because either the tempo is very, very fast or it's very slow, or you just don't want to have a workout while you're dancing. But you still want the feeling of a swing dance or a nightclub two-step dance. So this is going to be a right side pass for the follow and an optional gentleman's turn for the lead. We'll see what happens. So we're going to start this like we're doing a sweetheart cuddle. I'm going to go through your footwork first.
Okay.
So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We're still going to push away. 5, 6, 7, 8. Now from here, I'm going to walk forward as the lead, starting on my left. I'm going to turn my hand in, and I'm going to let go with my right hand. So left hand is still doing my check the watch, but I'm going to let go with my right. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap on my right, and then come back. 5, 6, 7, 8.
But I already lost that the moment you started turning.
Okay, so just the turn. So we're out in our two-hand hold.
Yes.
I'm going to walk forward on my left for 1, cross in front for 2, step forward again for 3, tap and face the back for 4.
But not put your weight on your right foot.
But not put my weight on my right foot.
Okay.
So just that first turn, which is the follows turn. 1, 2, 3, tap, 4, and then for the leads that would like to turn, which I highly encourage you to do, you're then going to step forward on your right for 5, cross in front for 6, step forward for 7, tap 8, and you're back to where you started. So one more time, just the turning on the feet, and then I'll talk about the arms. Forward on the left, 1, cross, 1, tap. Good, and then back on the right. 1, cross, 1, tap.
Okay.
Yeah? Hand work. Left hand's coming in front of the face for 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to try and think about turning to my left, turning counterclockwise. I'm going to place my left hand on the inside of my rib cage for 5, 6, 7, 8. So left hand's coming in front of the face. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm turning into my own hand. I'm placing my rib cage into my left hand for 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. All right.
I don't know. I have a lot of trouble envisioning these with just one person. So maybe.
Okay.
We'll see what happens.
Let me talk about the follows footwork real quick. So follows, we've done the first 8 counts. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. We push away. 5, 6, 7, 8. I am going to tap this time. So my right foot is free. I'm going to follow my left hand or my right hand in front of my face, turning to the left. Forward on my right, cross on my left, forward on my right, tap my left. So that's my 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to step forward on my left, going behind my partner. 5, cross, 7, tap, and I'm back in front of my partner. So just those turns passing each other, starting on my right foot, I go forward, cross in front, step forward, tap the foot, and then I'm gonna just walk forward essentially behind my partner, starting on my left, forward, cross, forward, tap. And then we can get back into our basic, nice and simple.
All right.
All right, let's try this together. And again, as we're going through this, if you have any questions or clarifications in the chat, let me know and we will answer them here in a moment.
All right. So which part are we starting at?
So we're going to start getting into this. So we have a half. There you go. We have a half and then we push away. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, push, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we both tapped our feet.
Yes.
You're coming forward on your left. I'm coming forward on my right. You're going to turn that hand in. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can't get too far away from each other. Now you're going to turn into your own hand. I'm going to walk behind you. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Very nice. And then you can just come back. 1.
To where?
Just do a half basic and meet me in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Okay.
Take slightly smaller steps
When?
in the turns.
So always.
Yes.
Okay.
5, 6, 7. Here we go on the 1, 2, 3. Push away. 6, 7. Lift the hand. 2, 3, 4. Turn 5, 6, 7, 8. And a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
I don't know if I did that right or not. Did I? Okay. Well.
It wasn't the smoothest it could possibly be, but I wasn't expecting it to. The one thing that I will change, and I just want to turn 90 degrees real quick.
Okay.
So let's pretend like I've already done my turn.
Okay.
This is when you're walking into your turn.
Okay.
So I should be stepping forward on my left. You should be stepping forward on your right.
Yes.
I want you to put this on your rib cage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Now do the same thing, but I want you to either take your hand up and over, jazz finger style, or
This one?
your free hand.
Oh, my free hand.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Or clutch it to your chest, like you're hiding a football from a...
Not an analogy.
Okay.
Really works for me, but okay.
Get the hand out of the way, but keep it close to your body so you don't elbow me in the chest as I walk past.
Okay.
And we have 5, 6, 7, 8. You almost caught me on that. So if you're gonna
You asked for it.
if you're gonna go up and over,
Okay.
keep the hand in and take it back before coming up.
Ooh. You know, I haven't stretched in like 3 weeks of home confinement, so I don't know that that's...
You can turn your upper body when you do it.
No.
That's a little bit bigger. It's a little bit more showy. The easier one would just be to take the hand in.
All about the show.
Yeah. If you want to be showy about it, you can. If you don't, you can just take it into your chest.
Okay.
But try that one more time. And 1.
No, I already screwed it up. That went the wrong way.
1, 2, 3, 4. Love it. Love
What do
it.
you need?
Try the less peacocky way.
All right.
And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes,
Okay.
much better, much better. The reason for getting the hand up out of the way is that way so your partner's hand has an easy pathway to slide along your back, which again just makes it a little bit cuter and a little bit more romantic. Yeah, touchy.
And me being up in the air doesn't help with that?
It does.
No.
You have to have the attitude going the whole time for that. Otherwise it kind of looks like it came out of nowhere. Yes. So let's try this whole pattern one more time. And then we'll chat with the chat for a little bit.
Okay.
So we have 5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3. Push away. 5, 6, 7, 8. She turns. 2, 3, 4. He turns. 2, 3, 4. That also works.
Oh, I did that by accident.
Yeah.
That's not what I meant to
That's
do.
not the end of the world, though.
Okay.
Let's try it my way one more time.
Yeah, well, that was meant to be your way. I just messed it up.
5, 6, 7, 8, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Rip. 6, 7, 8.
Thank you.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It'll get there.
Yeah, maybe.
That's not the first time or the last time we will see that concept. Yeah, exactly. Awesome.
I'll see what I can do.
Any questions from you on wedding version bachata? And mixing and matching in different styles?
No, I don't think I have any questions. I think sometimes there just needs to... You need to let me know when that left foot forward is an actual step, and when it's just a tap. Because I'm not smart enough to figure it out. So you gotta let me know. But other than that, it seems all right.
The only time that we're breaking that always tap rule is in the middle of the sweetheart cuddle. And again, that's just my preference because I want your feet moving the entire time.
Yeah.
And because we're using kind of this sliding out away from each other and then passing each other movement, it requires a little bit of a foot change for the follow on the first 4 and then for the lead on the second 4. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Works for me.
Awesome. Let's check in with the chat. Actually, I'm going to have you go check in with the chat because the camera is separate from the laptop these days, so I have to be over here.
We're being told it's a good lesson.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Good to hear.
Yeah.
Glad you guys enjoyed that. I felt like the last couple weeks I threw a lot at the wedding lesson. We started off with a modified Viennese waltz, which is one of the hardest dances to really come to grips with. And then we went straight into nightclub two-step, which also isn't necessarily the most easy or user-friendly dance. So I wanted to kind of take it back and make sure that we knew that at a minimum, it can be very simple and it can be very quiet and romantic and soft. If that's what you want your focus to be on, which you can absolutely make that your focus. Not every couple needs to have a showstopper first dance, and not every song is meant to be a showstopper first dance. Sure. So you have to kind of find the nice combination balance between.
Fair enough. So what are we doing? Your next stream is on Friday, right?
Next stream is on Friday, and I actually wanted to get your opinion and maybe the chat's opinion on this.
I don't know, anything interesting to say?
So, not that 4 weeks makes a trend at all.
Okay.
But we've been doing the Friday night stream this will be our 5th week.
Is it?
It is. The previous 4, we all did as one-offs. So we did one episode on rumba,
yes.
Then one on East Coast swing, one on cha-cha. Last week was American tango.
I think that was fueled by my comment. Well, you had it in the very first stream. You made this comment about there being 6 basic dances with 6 steps.
Basic steps, yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, if that's how you get good, let's get good. Let's do the 6-6.
GG.
Yeah, and figure that out. So I assume that was sort of what led to the one-offs every week?
Yeah, so I maybe I misspoke, or maybe my brain was just on it. In our podcast on Monday, I said that I was going to do episode 2 of American Tango. And kind of finish out tango. Because we've only done half. We've only done like 3 or 4 patterns of all the previous styles. However, was not thinking that the previous 4 weeks had all been one-offs. So you tell me, because you are the student, you are the learner, you are the vehicle for the chat to be a part of this. Would you prefer to do a second week on American Tango, or do you want to go ahead and check one of either Foxtrot or Waltz off?
Boy, I don't want to do Foxtrot. So here's my worry.
Yeah.
My worry is the moment you do week 2 of a thing, we're going to realize how poor I am at this. And that might be a really bad streaming experience if they just have to watch me be frustrated for an hour.
Okay.
Or maybe there's some pleasure in watching me suffer. I don't know.
Schadenfreude.
Yeah, so I don't know. Just recognize that if you're going into week 2 of the same thing, you're presumably building upon week 1, and I wasn't all that great in week 1.
Okay, so we'll call it audible. We'll call it a midweek audible, and do waltz then, since you are. angsty about Foxtrot.
I'm not angsty about Foxtrot. I just don't like Foxtrot. I don't like the music. I assume I'm not going to like the dance.
I adore Foxtrot.
Well, you're going to have to wait for it. It's going to have to be dead last.
So in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah.
Next week.
Yeah.
Specifically.
And then episode 2 of that can be 6 weeks after that.
Okay. All right. So we'll do waltz.
Mm-hmm.
American slow waltz. On Friday.
Okay.
Again, we have a 10 by 10-ish space cut out, but everything that I talk about with any of our traveling dances, so our waltz, our tango, or foxtrot, I will be giving you tips and tricks on how to adapt it if you have a much smaller space or if you have a longer but much narrower space. So, for instance, those of you that have like long hallways but you don't have rooms that you can really clear out or make space in, we'll talk about ways to adapt it so that you can just do kind of like straight walls.
Okay.
Yeah. So other than that, how have your weeks been? How have your days been?
Still got another 2 days of it.
I know, it's a midweek slump, I feel like. Although, realistically, it's week 5 now for us in quarantine. And so...
It's not quarantine, but...
Well, social distancing, whatever you want to call it.
Meh.
It is what it is, I guess.
Meh.
I feel like the days have just come to not have any meanings. Which is why it's really good for me to have like the Monday, Wednesday, Friday stream schedule.
Yeah, I think I read a joke earlier this week where they commented on the fact that there's no such thing as Monday through Friday anymore. There's just yesterday, today, and tomorrow.
Very much so.
I don't know. I mean, we're going through the exact same struggle that everyone who's ever worked from home has to a large degree. So I don't think we should complain about it too much.
No, and I will say like...
I'm kind of enjoying it.
Really?
Yeah, other than the fact that I work with a lot of people in a lot of different time zones, and then when you compound that with working from home, I get some phone calls at odd times.
Yeah.
Other than that, not that big of a deal.
I guess I've always considered myself an introvert. So now that I'm not like physically seeing people in front of me in the same space, I'm realizing how much I have a little bit of an extrovert.
I'm not sure how you get to be an introvert and a ballroom dance instructor. It's a very showy career. I don't know if you've realized this.
Ta-da!
But it's
yeah.
a little showy.
I think so. For me, the introvert extrovert thing is like how you refuel. Like so what gives you energy and what expends energy. I get energy by like sitting alone at home and quiet and watching really terrible YouTube videos and Netflix videos. And I expend energy doing like the teaching thing and the performance thing and like being on and being loud and being exuberant. That I find very draining. And I think you know that. I've come home from like the rare 10 or 12 hour dance day and just have been nothing. You can see like the recharging.
I assume that would be the reaction you would get from anyone after dancing for 10 to 12 hours. It's physically exhausting, if nothing else.
Yeah.
I don't know. I used to do litigation, and I certainly never found it particularly exciting or energizing to be in a courtroom, but
Meh.
to each their own.
On the note of terrible things to watch, I just binge watched all 2 seasons of Baby Ballroom, and
is that shitty British thing you were watching?
If you enjoy bad reality television,
no. I heard British accents from coming from downstairs, and I just assumed that maybe it was watching Harry Potter, but no such luck.
Stand by. We're gonna see if we can turn the camera back on. We think it's an overheating issue, so hopefully turning it off and turning it back on for a couple seconds will help.
Yeah, you'll have that.
But we'll see. If it refuses to come back on, we'll just end the stream here. But hey, it's on for a little bit, which gives me the opportunity to like properly wrap things up before we lose it again. So if you are a fan of the movie Strictly Ballroom, or if you watched the production of Strictly Ballroom at Hale Center and you were like, that seems too far-fetched and ridiculous to actually be the case, No, that is the ballroom industry, and Baby Ballroom is a fantastic example of
I think
some interesting things about it.
I just think you need to end the stream there before you give people more bad advice.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Anyway, watch it if you want to. If you don't, that's okay too. I'm Samantha. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We will be back Friday for American Waltz. Monday, we launched our podcast. This past Monday was our first ever episode with the amazing Amanda Wolf from Studio 101 and Pittsburgh Wedding Dance in Pittsburgh, PA. So if you didn't get a chance to watch it live, go check it out on YouTube. We are working on getting it up on everywhere where podcasts are available, but for right now you can watch the video for free either as a VOD on here or on YouTube. Our next episode, our second episode, is going to be next Monday at 10 a.m. MST with James Cook of Utah West Coast fame. He's a wonderful instructor that I've worked with in the past. So love to get his kind of 2 cents on West Coast versus East Coast teaching under these conditions. And he also does a lot of competitions and travel. So finding out a little bit more about that. And then we'll be back on Wedding Wednesdays again for a style that is TBD.
And we seem to have one last tech issue that needs to be resolved, which is that camera turning itself on.
Yes, but I think we know. Yeah, we know why that's happening. We just need to figure out how to stop it from happening. So thank you guys so much. Have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye.